Good day to you. This is Creeps, and I am back with Thorn again. Last time we went through Dark Ages, first half of it, and we came across Jester, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure he doesn't appear in the second half of the world at all. I don't know if that's still the case, but everybody keeps telling me that they don't show up a lot when I'm talking to people about Fallen, so I'm willing to accept that the fact there's a decent chance of Jester's just dead now. So get used to new friends. This time we should hopefully come across a new zombie, which will be nice. This will be the first custom zombie Fallen really has. No, actually, I mean, this guy's legally a new zombie. Legally. The big old legally. Alright, this looks weird. This looks like a really confusing way to do it. Why does Jester reach faster than zombies? What? Why? Whatever. The game sucks. Of all things, that's so random. Anyways, 5-6, let's get into the actual game, shall we? Dialogue number 1. This time it'll be something interesting. Oh, that doesn't really explain how on earth he works at all. Okay. Anyways, this is a new zombie. This guy is called Haunter. The design looks a little off, doesn't he? Admittedly, it's a lot better than he looked in the past. He looks weirdly tall, doesn't he? Like, he's a lot lower, like he especially, look at basic to his right. His basic to his right is much lower to the ground. Yet he's just incredibly tall. Also looking really closely is, his hands are moving weirdly. Yeah, I'm gonna stop looking at him. Animation's hard. I'm gonna say that his animation looks pretty alright, so good job. I've certainly seen a lot worse in my time. Though I don't necessarily think it looks brilliant. Either way, I've got to pick up my plants now. I'm thinking like something like this will probably do fine. And then we'll cover what Haunter does, because Haunter is actually a pretty interesting zombie I do quite like. So yeah. See you in a bit. There he is, the Haunter in action. Yeah, he looks kinda out of place. I feel like his outlines look slightly different. I don't know, that's nitpicky though, so I'm not gonna like put it against Fallen here. So yeah, he does this. Oh, that animation looks bad. Anyways, what he does is that he actually damages plants everywhere, plants all around him when he reaches his plant, including behind him, which is a mechanic, alright. Damage is really low though. Whatever. He's here, and to be honest, he's the first actually interesting thing Fallen has, so good for it. Still again, I don't really like him. I think it's just mostly his animation. It looks weird in many cases, and yeah, no, it reminds me of like a mime from Ecclesiastes, if you know that, where the animation looks incredibly weird and just disjointed in general. And it's very noticeable in gameplay. But, it doesn't kill break it. Mime still looks infinitely worse. Which makes sense for very obvious reasons in context, but yeah. It doesn't really matter either way. Ash, where are we going for us for level 1? See you in a bit. Okay, final wave. Thank God there's enough greys here to beat this objective while we have to replay this level. Yeah, I think this level just isn't really the best introduction for Haunter. I feel like this level could have been used a bit later. Maybe, like, again, like, sub in Wizard as well, because I think Wizard worked really nicely here. But I guess in general, Wizard and Haunter are very similar zombies mechanically. At least, okay, not mechanically, but I mean like fundamentally. Because they both work a lot. They both require a lot of meat shielding to work at all, and they both, to an extent, counter walls. Like, the Wizard kind of just disables them, while Haunter does benefit off them because it gives it something to use its attack on. Kinda like Mime, actually, when you think about it that way. Anyways, moving on. To the next level, shall we? Oh yeah, I forgot about this stupid order. Okay, for some weird reason, Fallen decides to have all the intros in this world just back-weighted to the second half. Like, you're trying to tell me you couldn't, like, change one level to introduce, like, Haunter or Wizard in the first half. Like, instead you're just having them two right back-to-back, no space between them, just immediately one after the other. And this one doesn't even have objective. Why was the last one the one with the objective? This one doesn't have it. That's probably a bit nitpicky. Meh. I don't really care. It feels weird to play, I guess. I guess it's also the fact that this level also doesn't even have, like, Haunter or anything. Like, what's the point in having, like, a new special, then the next level not introducing it? Like, not using it. Like, I can understand that to a extent with, like, old specials which already exist in the normal game. And I think I'm giving breaks from some specials is fine. But I feel like you don't really need this break from Haunter. Because Haunter's not really that dangerous alone. I mean, sure, in the last level, it kind of screwed you over if you didn't bring any instants, because you literally couldn't deal with it half time. Which seems like more of a flaw with the level itself, now I'm thinking about it. Is it though? I think it's an interesting point to be made here, but is it like a flaw expecting people to use instants? Maybe. It is a bit excessive, and I feel like a lot more damage could have been done if the level was designed differently. And you have to, like, counterplay a lot as well, which seems... On the other hand, it does feel incredibly nitpicky. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's actually right there. I don't know, I like thinking about this kind of thing. Otherwise, I think this is probably not the correct level we think about this in, so see you in a bit. And level is over, with very little memorable to put to its name. It's technically a level. For all intents and purposes, it is indeed a level. That's the most I can say about it, but it is a level. Which at the very least is an improvement over a lot of levels I've seen in mods before, where they're just like, not even really a level. But, whatever. I don't know. It just feels weird to have this, like, so close to the, like, the Haunter intro. Like, I think the problem there is that the Haunters get, like, a really fancy intro, then immediately after you just get, like, a very normal intro level with nothing unique to it, dedicated to a single zombie. Which is really weird. Anyways, got Jalapeno now. I'll check the automatic for stats, if I get away with it. Okay, Jalapeno. Lower damage, 50 seconds recharge. And 100% cost. I feel a little both. I think I mentioned some people before, but I don't know. I don't like it when mods have like a different jalapeno to a cherry bomb beyond like a minor cost reduction. I'd be fine honestly for like a mod jalapeno that costs 100 The issue is just for me at least. I just feel like in most cases this jalapeno is now obviously just like way better for the stats. I don't know. I think it just might I don't think that's something technically wrong with that. I just don't think I particularly like that in design and things. Frankly, I think only like Fallen does it, so it's not really too significant. Anyways, we should probably get back to the level, because there's something fun now I want to point out. Okay, so as you can see, we have the classic endangered walnuts. And, do you see the problem in the zombie selection here? A very significant problem. Do you see it? Do you? Joking aside, Why is jalapeno preset anyways? Whatever. It is very noticeable to me that there's no wizard. Now, this is annoying. Now, if I recall, no level except for like X10 uses both zombies at the same time. Which is incredibly weird. Like, eventually at the same time, they do similar jobs, sure, but maybe the solution here would have been to, like, push back Wizard to part 2 and bring, like, King over, maybe? Because clearly they just don't want to use Wizard much. Except if I recall, like, this happens again, except the other way around, so, like, the gosh dang, whatchamacallem, the Wizard as well? Is that the Wizard gets a level to himself, and the Hoarder's not there either. Like, it's just incredibly weird. And I don't know why Fallen does it. I don't know. I guess, like, there's potential there. Maybe I just, like, didn't notice it while making the levels and just haven't gone around to fixing it yet. I don't know. It does feel like if this kind of thing happens a lot, though. Like, I think, like, a lot of worlds introduce the zombies too late, kind of thing. But I do say that, but I do know, like, as mods in general do tend to introduce, like, a lot of random specials fairly late. It seems to mostly happen in AE, and I've always kind of wondered about whether that's just because where I am just being overzealous here, and it is actually totally fine to do that. I think my current belief in that is generally with the usage of zombies and later on in his intro, is that it's fine in AE because AE is also introducing the rest of the game mostly. Like in AE, you already have like a bunch of other things, like you always have Explorer, Bra kind of thing. So having a zombie late does make sense in that context. But I'm not necessarily happy with that idea, because it still is a really weird design. But it is, like, usually Pharaoh. Like both Eccles in all versions, and, actually, I don't even know when, Fallen Alpha introduces Pharaoh. But in Eccles Beta, it is actually introduced in a pretty early world. Pretty late. In, like 1X, 1A, I believe? Which, funnily enough, is a general point, I think is too late to introduce a zombie. And I always kind of wondered if that's like, if I'm just being hypocritical there with that. I mean, I think that's what I said what I mean here, I think. I do generally think that there's a point you made here that because it is the tutorial, but there is a little more leeway there, mechanically at least. Because you have to remember here that in AE you already do have some other things going on, and a lot of these levels are generally introducing the base mechanics of PvZ kind of thing. Now if they weren't doing that, wasn't doing that in general, then maybe in general having a late intro was a bad idea in our context, because it's a pretty awkward situation to be in, isn't it? You introduce zombie really late in any world is always a bit awkward, because it never really gets any chance to be used. But AE rarely is about plants being used anyways, as far as my belief of AE. AE is more so a world so you can get some basic understanding of how the game is meant to be working, and how it will be playing in this version of the game. I do think that there is a point to be made there. And I think it just kind of is another thing that makes AE so hard to design overall. Also, hey look, it's a first haunter. Anyways. It's like a very difficult thing to balance, really. Because you have to remember here that... Okay. Cool game. I think I just lost it, actually. Sorry to cut off my train of thought. Yeah, I just lose. Okay, I guess I'll bring Great Buster. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna swap out you for that, and I think I'm gonna swap out this entirely for Great Buster, just so I have some extra DPS. But yeah. I think I lost my train of thought now. I think AE in general is like, I'll go for a different point entirely. AE in general is honestly just a really hard world to design, in like PvZ mods in general. It's kind of like one of those things you have to remember. Like, your players playing this will usually know the mechanics, but usually you won't know all the mechanics because vanilla does a terrible job explaining them. Because like no hatred towards vanilla here, but a lot of mechanics that are very crucial to playing a lot of mods are not explained in vanilla at all. Like, proper deck building is not taught at all in vanilla. The game doesn't really do anything to show you anything related to that. It doesn't help that you don't really get a whole lot of like instances and like a whole wide variety of plants in AE itself. Like most mods will always have like a few like instances and things in World 1. Like most mods tend to put like potato mine there as well. Although in vanilla potato mine is in the tutorial, so you always have it by then. You get the general gist. The only instant you really get there is like iceberg. And I guess, like, in general, it's not really just A's point and job to introduce all these, like, incredibly important ideas. But it's the first world the player will come into, and so you kind of do need to design it around the fact that you need to make sure that people can get a good gist of the game from that. It's generally as a result in, like, A being said to be one of the worst worlds in a very, 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 very large amount of levels, mods and things. And they're not necessarily wrong. It's a world that struggles to be good, but it kind of can't be. Again, you try and make sure the players do know how to play the game, and frankly, tutorials inherently aren't very fun. But I'm not particularly happy with that answer because tutorials can be fun, and a lot of game design is figuring out how to introduce mechanics to the player properly. And I don't know if we just aren't figuring out how to be able to do that in the context of a mod, which is somewhat true. You can't control mechanics in a mod very well. You're basically stuck with what the game gives you for the most part. And sometimes that's for the best. I've seen some incredibly stupid ideas for how the game should be changed in the past. Seriously, if the right people knew how to change the hardcode of PvZ2, which you can't by the way, there would be hell on, as people have no clue how to design a game. Which is necessarily their fault. I think many people are going to struggle with designing a game. But good lord. Give some people the right tools and they can make the wrong stuff, and it's very, very easy to see that happen. And it's not even that uncommon. Like, one of the ideas I've heard about, for an example, was for Frostbite Caves. If you don't know how Frostbite Caves works, which you probably do, but I know some people don't. I'm assuming there's like one person out there who doesn't like play mods or like PvZ2 at all and just watch these videos. Because there's always that one person. Just all the time, always. You can't escape him. But yeah. What's weird about it, like Frostbite Caves in general, is that for some weird reason, they want to make Frostbite Caves basically the ice in general. I really want to complete a topic here. The ice in general, the way it works is that it turns It turns plants and zombies It turns plants into basically graves, and are frozen until that grave gets broken. A pretty simple mechanic, but the issue was here that they wanted to make graves like non-hittable. I want to say non-fungible then. I don't even have NFTs in the mind. Whatever. Anyways. I don't think that's the first time I thought about NFTs at all for a very long time. Why did I come up with that? Whatever. My mind's an enigma, truly. Anyways. Basically they want to make ice blocks in general impervious to fall damage, and basically they don't do anything anymore. They basically going to go hit through them kind of thing. Which I don't know why anybody would think that's a good idea for too long. Like, the more you think about it, the more you realize just how stupid and bad of a mechanic it would probably be in most contexts. Like, it very much lowers the threat level of a large chunk of things. It just makes the game in general just incredibly annoying. Like, Trogs just become really weak and not a threat ever. Because the way to counter them is now basically just how you normally deal with them. Because the counter is basically doing nothing. Because plants will now hit through the ice block, so they don't really do a whole lot. And it just like makes ice way more annoying to deal with and slows down the pace of the game by a lot. It's fun to think here. By the way, Windows level. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish this thought here. It's important to remember that in the context of like that kind of mechanic, the issue is that ices are basically going to pile up all the time, and it's going to be practically impossible to stop, and that's not necessarily fun. Anyways, this level's done. I know if it's like half a video time as one level, talking over this one level, but shush. It's fine. I'm a good commentator, don't worry. Anyways, on to 5-9. Let's go. Okay, dialogue, let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, this level just randomly has 25 sun meta. I don't know why. It's not a terrible gimmick, it's just really random, and yeah, no. It sure is an idea. That's what I have to say. I'll probably go with... Let's actually Explorer here. And there's a wizard there. There's no Haunter here, by the way. So yeah, if you kept up here, Haunter is used for, like, Haunter and Wizard will not be used together until the finale of the world. I don't know why. But we're just, like, allergic to using a pair of them in the same level or something. I really don't know. It is an incredibly strange mechanic, and I don't know why they're so scared of putting them together. Either way, I have a level to beat. This level's gonna be an absolute nightmare, by the way. I remember this level being really, really annoying when I did it last time. It could have been nerfed since last time. I would not be surprised. It is genuinely just that kind of level. But it doesn't particularly matter for me. See you when I'm finished. Okay, level's done. Just need to block off this piece of crap gargantua from being a piece of crap. It's whatever. I mean, I know that I usually bring like squash these levels, but I don't know, I feel like this level you kind of encouraged to not bring squash in general. I don't know. It's whatever, really. It's still weird to see wizards and haunters never used together till the final level, which seemed like a really badly thought out part of like world design there, but yeah, no. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Starfruit is unlocked now, so let's see what Starfruit can do. Actually no, we shall not, because next level's a conveyor, so we'll just be like using it in-game and see how it works there. Let's go. Wait, there's no dialogue? Why? Also, it's cut off. What? Okay, dialogue. Well written dialogue, master of writing. Yes. Moving on. More dialogue again, yay. Anyway, here's a fun fact. This is one of few conveyor levels. Without an objective. It has the gimmick. The gimmick is incredibly dumb. Anyways. The way this level works, basically, is just spamming, like, necromancies all the time. Do you see the problem with spamming necromancies all the time? I don't think you do. Dude, it's not like it's like a really obvious problem with spamming necromancies all the time. Which can make this level incredibly annoying to deal with. Not at all. Okay, so admittedly, just to kinda spoil a bit. The only ways this level do not use necromancy, they just use ground spawn to disguise necromancy. Thank God, by the way. That'd be incredibly stupid if they didn't do that. But I don't know. They still have rubber necromancy. Which seems like an oversight. I don't know. Either way, skip ahead, because this level probably won't have much to talk about. By the way, I've noticed that the conveyor here is like really finicky. It has like a ton of like max counts and things, so you can't get too much of anything, which feels really, really annoying to use. I'm not. I know, like a few months use it extensively. I don't think it's a great idea here, but you know, it's fine. It's kind of just annoying. Oh god. That wasn't my fault. You can't blame better than me. I put a wall in front of it every single time. Restart. Let's go. Okay, level done, hopefully. I don't know if they changed it from the version I played. There's some ways you can change it, but this level was a lot easier than last time I played this level. Because this time it wasn't random garbage RNG. Last time it was very much random garbage RNG. Well. There's like a really high chance in a lot of the cases that the game would just like choose to kill you. And just like spawns, like column 1 spawn zombies and all that crap. It was not a good level. It's still not. I don't like this level. I almost lost her because I wasn't paying attention. God damn it. This level, man. I don't like it. If I lost there, I would have cried. Oh well. Moving on. One final dialogue and then we're done with Dark Ages. Except for the Omega level, which I'm kind of dreading. I'll explain why. The game claims it's not random, yet spawns like everything on the bottom lane in the middle of that level. Yeah, sure, Fallen, yeah, sure, it's not random at all. Yeah, my experiences cannot prove that this level is at all random in any shape, set, or form. Anyways, there's this level, let's get first going, shall we? Okay, so this level. The world's worst objective at the start, first of all. I'm just going. This objective is awful. If you think this objective is good, you're wrong. This objective really suffers from the fact that you don't know what the damn hell any plant does. So why give play every single plant when I don't know what half of them even do? The second reason why it sucks is this level sucks. Is this gimmick is annoying. You'll see soon enough, but I do need to plan around it. This level will spam like bloody grades like there is no tomorrow though, so I guess I'll probably have to look something a bit like this. Probably. Maybe like Potato Mine instead. Nah, I don't think Potato Mine's better. I should probably bring a squash though. Hey look, on is here. This is like the one, it's like this and X10 of Uni facing like 510 of Uni levels where you really share together. I still don't like that. I kind of feel like it's a bit of a waste opportunity, right? Like, you just have, like, this is the only non-level way you actually confuse your plants where you get to see like, Haunter and does it together. Which I just don't appreciate. Anyways, the gimmick, by the way. Do you see the gimmick? I wonder if you can guess the gimmick from the way this wizard is walking. AKA on the spot. Oh well. It's an annoying gimmick. I'm not all a fan of it, but, you know, there's worse. Is there, actually? Maybe not. Maybe there isn't actually that much worse. whatever. Moving on. On this because you want to use this video because I've used this level before and I've had basically memorized like half this crap. This level has a lot of random BS that just you cannot control. The game will just throw things on you. This level will throw things on you very often, and it's not very fun. I genuinely despise this level. I think it's like really bad. I think when I played I wasn't that annoyed at it, but in hindsight I just don't like this level. I think this level's very poorly designed and thought out. But yeah, no. If you actually look at what this level's doing, it is exceptionally clear that this level probably should have been cut at some point in time. The gimmick's uninspired. It's not particularly great. It's incredibly annoying. And this is just fine dandy. I love it when this happens. Whatever. But yeah, this level took me a while to be my first time. That's actually weird that I picked this deck specifically straight from the start. I had to memorize the deck to beat this level. I haven't played Fallen for like months, if not years at this point. That tells you how long. That tells you that there's something probably severely wrong with this level. Whatever. Moving on. Level design. My favorites. Don't you love it? My levels just pick all the best aspects and just master themselves, become the very best they could possibly be. In all senses of the word. Just look at this masterful wave creation. Look at how good it is, how wonderful, how fantastical, truly, the design here in this one simple level, all put together, comes across into a grandiose level with no flaws whatsoever. Yeah, I know. This is not okay. This is gonna kill me. I have nothing I could do here. This is a loss. If it's not a loss, it is extremely close to a loss, and I had nothing to do with it. That is why this is why that level sucks. Like, okay, I'm gonna quickly rant here briefly. If a level can leave a last flag through no fault of your own, but the game just like get rid of everything you've got on the Tom Bomb lanes while spamming wizards there, while putting a Garg on lanes where it's gonna be wizard like a ton from places you can't even stop. Whatever. Screw this level, it's a bad level. Moving on. I'm actually just gonna distance them because I think I need a bit of a rest. And my throat actually hurts by the way. Oh look, I saw you. I'm pretty sure like normal plants in this take like, yeah. I don't know why they take so long to grow. That is like several days. Which is a bit obscene. The world's best bee. Ugh. Anyways. Ow, my chest hurts. I'm screaming about that. Jesus. Anyways, Dark Ages second half. Not good. It's just again, Jess only showed up for the last level, which isn't a sign of a good world to me. Wizard and Haunter aren't really used to a full extent. 5-9 I don't think is a good level, but I can't. 5-9 I don't really like as a gimmick. 5-7 probably. So 5-6 should probably be reversed anyways. I don't know why they're not, but it doesn't really matter, frankly. It's just not really well thought out in general. There's just a lot of good mechanics in play there that really make anything there worthwhile. Now I'm here, I may as well actually buy Twin Sunflower, because, I mean, I'm not buying Imitator of us, so I may as well. Apparently it's just as bad, so I may as well. There you go. But yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit iffy to me. There's something really with that world that I really like. Haunter is a decent zombie, actually I really like him. But he's kind of like a Mime for me, where I do seriously like Mime's gimmick. But most things about him don't really work well. Like, okay, I'm going back to the Malik here, just so I can probably show over the Malik entry and such. Makes sense to me. But does he have outlines around his Malik entry? Okay, anyways. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this is a thing. What? Okay, that's just being really, really awkward wording. Why is it 1000 HP? Jesus bloody Christ. Alt as an essay again. Anyways, I just think he looks kind of off. Like, he feels way larger than any other basic zombie type, if that makes any sense. Like, I think the best way of looking at it is like a swashbuckler. You see his size there, then you look at Haunter's size, and his weight just like massive, and he just goes up. It just looks uncanny. And I mean, I guess he's like dead, but eh. I also see a lot of people pointing out that he doesn't even fit Dark Ages very well. He is a ghost, but ghosts aren't really what Dark Ages is about. It's more so like mystery and adventure. It's all really Halloween-y and spooky. Eh. Whatever. Here we have like Mime, where it's justified by not being from a world, which is equally stupid, by the way. Briefly here, if you know at least Mime, you could have just done like, if you just get like a turquoise skull, you can just use this. You have to like charge animation so he like attacks plants around them, but have him shoot a beam up in the sky and attacks plant in the back. That's how you do that. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, that's that. But otherwise, I think it's time to move on, shall we? Next time we're covering Frostbite Caves, and that'll be interesting, because Frostbite Caves was the last world I got to. I never actually beat the last level. The last level has been nerfed since, but when I first played it, that level was awful. And after that, we had Big Wave Beach in Far Future in the Other Order, which should be interesting and should be some fun things to comment on. Though, fun not necessarily means good. I don't expect to be very positive on those two worlds. You'll see why when I get them. I have some serious issues there, but regardless. If you liked, this has been Creeps, and have a good one.